down in Disappointmentville, the Toronto Maple Leafs have re-signed Travis Dermott. And a lot of people are questioning. They're like, listen, in every appreciable way, and I think Mike Stevens was tweeting about this, in every appreciable way, Travis Dermott had less last year, less ice time, less points, less of an impact. So you doubled his salary? Because he was making $785,000 and now he's making 1.5 for the next 2 years. And a lot of people, I think, have flashes of Pierre Engvall's extension in their minds. And I think rightfully so. But I listened to an interview with Elliot Friedman this morning on the Fan 590. And he was talking about this. They think, yes, okay, maybe you could have saved money in year one if you'd gone to arbitration. However, if he has any kind of impact in year two, meaning in arbitration, you're probably going to get a 1-year deal, 1-year settlement, which is what I think he got last year. If he has a good year this year, then you're paying a lot more next year. You could be paying $3 million or 2.5. To me, and maybe I'm crazy on this one, you let that happen, don't you?
Yeah, but fans are resistant to it because this is every Leafs contract negotiation. What if we go longer in order to get more? And here we are still without a first round victory. Oh, but this guy, he had a career best and he scored. I don't care. Where are they in the win column? Well, this year in the playoff win column. Oh, you know what I mean? So it's nothing against Travis Dermott. It's just a mood. It's just a temperature, I think, with this fan base. Yeah, I will say this. The contract sort of jogged my brain a little bit because I said the Leafs are going to go 4-4 with the expansion draft. They're going to go Tavares, Matthews, Nylander, Marner. Mm-hmm. And then on defense, they're going to go Riley. Why would you lose him for nothing? Muzzin, why would you lose him for nothing? Brody, why would you lose him for nothing? And Hall. And then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, wait a sec. Even with a raise, Dermott makes $500,000 less than Hall for each of the next 2 years. They both have 2 years left. Dermott 1.5, Hall 2. Hall this winter is turning 30. Dermott's turning 25.
Mm-hmm.
Hall's fine. It's not great. He's fine. He's not going to get better. Dermott should. I think he should.
At 25?
He's 24 now.
24.
He will be 25. You know what I mean? So I am moving the goalposts a little bit, but here's the thing. It's not just that he'll get better at that age. I feel like the age thing makes Justin Hall a less appealing target for the Seattle Kraken. Right? And if you make him a less appealing target and you protect Dermott, then Seattle goes after Kerfoot. The 3.5 mil comes off the books. He's a younger player. He, great utility guy. You can use him in all kind of roles. And then you can essentially run back the same 8 defensemen or trade them. Trade any of them. Because that Dermott contract, I will be vehemently against it. Vehemently. If he's ever once a healthy scratch. Unless they put together a decor that knocks my socks off. If you, with all your, you need a degree in astrophysics to manage their cap. If after all this bullshit,
I don't know if that helped.
Yeah, it would probably help. It wouldn't help, but I guarantee the person would be smart enough to do the job. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you have a guy making 1.5 as a healthy scratch, bullshit. I'm going to be against it. That's garbage. If you have him in the lineup and you commit to him in a different role, fine. Just
$3.5 million is too much for Justin Hall and Travis Dermott combined. Like that's you're allocating too much of your cap to those two guys. $3.5 million. That's unacceptable to me.
I think the Dermott contract would be tradable.
So,
but again, I
don't think the plan is to have both guys in the team next year. I think they're doing their due diligence.
You got to make room for Sandin, right?
You got to make room for Sandin.
People are saying, "Oh, he's still not ready." When the fuck is he ready then?
Well, and how about this? Yeah, shitter get off the pot with Liljegren.
Yeah,
I'm sick of it. Yeah. Shitter get off the pot.
He either can or he can't.
Like the one thing, if the Leafs do manage to protect Dermott keep Hall or protect Hall and keep Dermott, if they manage to keep both those guys, they'll have an abundance of defensemen under contract, and a bunch of teams are going to lose one that they're not really ready or happy to lose. And it's not like there's an abundance of great young defensemen ready to come up in this league. Not every team has a stockpile like that. So maybe the Leafs will be able to protect those guys and then go to pick a team out of a hat and go, how about Justin Hall? How about Travis Dermott? How about Timothy Liljegren even?
Elliot Friedman did say that when Francis built the Hurricanes, and really he deserves a good chunk of credit for the way the Canes look right now. He built them through defense. But if you go through the expansion draft tool on Cap Friendly, which I did a little bit this morning, there is a ton of defensemen available, a ton of very good defensemen available. So it makes you wonder, it's like, if these guys are available, and do not pull it up right now, Steve, don't do it. Okay. Don't do it. Because I got some other stuff I want to reveal to you later. This is why. There's a reason.
Yeah, the thing that's at a premium is centers. And one thing that the Leafs are going to have to do is expose a center in Alexander Kerfoot. Which so it makes a lot of sense for the Kraken to take Kerfoot.
So that'll be very, very interesting. And then if you keep going, though, like, okay, so the Leafs lineup without Kerfoot kind of looks a little thin, doesn't it? I mean, even with him, after you get past the big four, what do you really have? Mikheyev, who can't shoot, Engvall, who can't play a regular shift effectively, Spezza and Simmons, who are fourth liners. God love them. We love them. We love what they bring, but like we're not expecting punch from them.
The Leafs cause me physical pain.
What else do they have really? So this is the problem. And so the name that came up with Elliot Friedman today that the internet's freaking out about is Tyler Bertuzzi. Now the Leafs apparently had interest in Tyler Bertuzzi even as close as the trade deadline. However, he was injured, so obviously not available in trade, or at least they didn't want to make that trade. So you've got Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander, Kerfoot. Let's say he's gone, for instance. Your next highest paid player after that is Mikheyev, and then Engvall, and you got Simmons, Spezza, Adam Brooks, and obviously Riley Nash, Thornton, Foligno, Galchenyuk, and Hyman are all UFAs. And then, okay, so you plug Robertson in. If you plug him in on the top two lines, I think that's a little unfair to start. That's a lot of pressure on a guy who can score and has an unbelievable shot, could use a little injury luck. But I think it's a little unfair to go, okay, Nick Robertson, 20 years old, come on in and play with Tavares and Nylander. Come on in and play with Matthews and Marner. It's a lot. And I wonder if that you put him on the third line. Well, who's going to be his center? Engvall? Is it going to be Robertson, Engvall, Simmons?
They need a third line center.
They do.
And this,
more than they need a defenseman.
Yeah.
It's the number one need.
I'm so concerned. I'm so concerned about the future of this team. Like the idea that we've heard floated that, oh yeah, well, one day Tavares will be on the wing. What? We're going to have an $11 million winger. We're going to have a $33 million line. And right now we're talking about how we can't afford a third line center. We won't be able to afford a second either when that shit happens. But I guess we'll address that nightmare when it eventually arrives on our doorstep after another failed attempt to get to the second round. But since we're talking about this right now, I think starting the season with Robertson in the top six could actually be good because it gives you an opportunity to evaluate him and see if he can do it. You know, I think he's actually better suited for it. I don't think it makes sense to have him on the third or fourth.
Okay, fair. But then when you run out there, you're going to run, let's say it's the playoffs, Steve, and Robertson is a good. Are you going to run Robertson, Matthews, Marner?
By the time the playoffs arrive, he'll be months and months and months into the season and hopefully more adjusted, to the NHL. Cole Caulfield was just on the second line of a team that made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final.
Right, but my point is, who did Cole Caulfield play with?
Nick Suzuki, who's a baby himself.
And?
Tyler Toffoli or Josh Anderson.
Right. So you're going to line up, let's say it's Montreal-Toronto again. Mm-hmm. You're going to line up Anderson, Robertson, and then like Toffoli and Marner on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. There is no physicality on that line. And we saw that with Mitch Marner in the preseason or the postseason. The guy couldn't break through.
That's what the team wants. That's what they want. Adam, like it matches their not going to do shit in the playoff style. And they're welcome to commit to this not going to do shit in the playoff style.